Hey, Chris, we bring the boom!
Welcome back to the Pit Podcast. I'm your host Jason. I'm joined by your co-hosts Nathan and Chris. And
Boom!
The Pit Podcast is brought to you by Propeller Hats.
My favorite.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
Where can I get one? Idaho? Do they have them in Idaho?
I don't think they have them.
Is Idaho real?
I think so. Have you ever been to Idaho?
No,
I haven't.
I heard of Idaho potatoes. They are fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, Idaho does very good fries. Very
Look,
good. Fries.
Idaho's a great state. I think they have some great people there, great teams, who have some even greater questions.
Questions.
Yeah.
Well, a question that I have for you is, how is your team doing? What you guys been up to
No clue.
since?
I haven't shown up in the past like
You
3
haven't
weeks.
been there? What do you
No.
mean?
I'm just-
He's trolling. He's
That's
trolling.
insane.
Look at his
No,
face.
come on.
He's
I mean,
trolling.
Robo Stangs. I mean, you guys are doing good. Like you guys, I'm sure you guys. Like, come on, give us some juice. Give us a little taste. Give us a little. Come on.
Can we cut this? I don't like it.
That's too fast. Let's go to you, Nate. How's 1250 the Gator Bots? Gator Bots. How are they?
We're doing good. So we have a chassis done. We got our swerve modules in. We have an elevator. It's attached. We got a 3-stage elevator.
3-stage.
Yeah, we needed the extra height to get up to L4.
Okay.
So we had, pros and cons, and it was worth it to do the 3rd stage. Yeah. We're using the SDS elevator bearing blocks.
So are we.
Okay.
Yeah, we like those. They've been pretty good. We just don't have the last couple of bearing blocks for the carriage. So the carriage hasn't gone in the elevator yet. So we've had to kind of make a surrogate elevator on the side to test some of the coral shooting and the algae de-reef or de-algae reef thingy that pulls it off. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's going good. So we're working on a plan for our climber still. That's still in the bag, but main focus is coral elevator, and we're rolling along. We're feeling pretty good. Feeling good where we're at. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. How about you?
So Gearheads, what we're doing something a little silly, a little something we've never done before. We're doing a telescoping arm.
Oh yeah.
So that's what we're doing. That's what we're rolling with. We decided to take on the philosophy that 118 famously have quoted themselves: "Steal from the best and invent the rest." That's basically what we're doing. So we took a lot of ideas from teams that used 2-stage elevators or excuse me, not elevators, telescoping arms. So we're currently we're creating our chassis right now. We're having some of the kids fabricate the arms out of aluminum, and we're still playing around with some intake ideas. But our intake ideas is going to be more or less kind of like what Wild Stangs 111 from Arlington, Illinois, I think.
He knew this. He knew the city.
Yeah, I mean they're a good team. Wild Stangs. I like their program, but we're taking their intake idea from 2023, and we're trying to roll with that. So that way we have a singular intake, dual function.
Yeah, I remember what
idea.
you're talking about. Yeah, it was open up. Yeah,
right.
like a big
for
duck
the
mouth.
for the pipe and the algae ball thing. So we're gonna run with that, and we're pretty darn confident about the design. It's just we gotta, we're still in the process of fabricating it and then hopefully assembling it, and give us time for vision. Because we're gonna be heavily reliant on vision, and that's what our main focus is to try to automate as much as we can, so that way our drivers are just hitting a button and go.
Right.
So we're excited about that.
Yeah,
we're excited.
Jason, did you have anyone you wanted to talk about in your team?
Oh yeah, you know what? I did want to shout out one person. They are a great software lead. They do a lot. So this is a shout out to you.
Anyway,
we're doing pretty well. They got a drivetrain. They're like super behind. I think I don't know. I haven't shown up in like 3 weeks.
Nope.
They have a drivetrain. I think there's going to be an elevator, not built yet.
They're getting there. There's no rush,
Yeah, they're
right?
getting there.
Yeah, we
Maybe-
got a
maybe-
couple weeks still till
Yeah.
week 1,
I'll
right?
show
There's no
up
rush.
in like 2 more weeks and see how they're doing.
Right.
You guys are doing
right.
week 0 stuff or no? You guys doing week 0s?
Not like an official event, but
Oh,
we're gonna go somewhere and practice. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Usually our freshman robots will go to week 0s to
0s.
do their thing,
Yeah.
get a little bit of experience.
Right. That's cool.
Weeks-
Sometimes week 0s they have awesome people too to help try to get things a little closer to the competitions. Sometimes announcers too that they'll just show up and do a little announcing at week 0s. I think that's a nice touch for those events as well. So,
Although Kettering's not getting the official field this year, so
huh?
No.
yeah.
Just
Really?
wooden field. Yeah.
What happened to the thing to the field?
HQ said no real fields for week 0.
Really?
Really? Even that one in New Hampshire?
That's the official
Well,
one.
that's the
yeah.
the-
So they run.
that's the official one.
They run it. Yeah.
yeah. So they have to, but
Wooden
you know,
fields. Yeah.
that's crazy to me. That's crazy. But speaking of fields, what also fields have pretty cool people, specifically game announcers and MCs.
Yeah.
They are really really fun people that really make the events energetic and they're very like feeling of the event. They're great. They're fantastic people. They really do add the experience to the events. And I'm curious, just from the both of you, like, who are your favorite game announcers / MCs that make the events, poppin'?
Tom. I was gonna say Tom.
Oh yeah, no. That's what I meant. Tom.
Voice of First in Michigan, Tom
Yeah,
Nader.
the voice of First in Michigan.
And his dynamic duo partner Brian.
Brian Graham.
Dude,
Brian Graham, yeah.
That is a crazy title.
They've been doing
Yeah, it
this for
is.
so long too, and
He's the guy. He's
yeah.
the goat. You know.
Well, like, he really is. Like, and it goes back so many years too. Like, he's part of like the film legacy.
Oh yeah.
That's
He was
cool.
there when we were all students. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I remember,
I remember him.
Yeah, I remember my time too. It was like he's. There's a match I remember to where he we were playing a match and I just overhear him say like
The hot team sick pyramid.
or his mid burp of
Oh, is that where you got it from?
and the gear is they pick up that low hanging fruit. I love that about Tom. It's
They shoot, they score.
Stuff like that. It's those iconic phrases, and he makes it look so effortless.
They
because
light the lamp and they're good.
yeah, when you actually like watch some of those match videos, there's like long pauses in between some of the stuff, and he's just doing his thing. He just makes it look so effortless. And like when I did it that one time at Gunets, and I just overthought everything.
Yeah,
I was saying
it's
so.
hard.
It's a hard
It
job.
really
He
is
just makes it look
hard.
so easy. So
The radio voice just comes so natural.
yeah.
Speaking of natural voice, there's another set of game announcers and MCs that do a phenomenal job. His name is George Spencer and Austin Schmidt.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Really? Dude,
We met Austin at Kettering
met
All
Austin
Stars.
at Kettering. Austin was he's like one of the most knowledgeable like historians of the game and data analytics. So he adds that level of like, ESPN level, action when calling the games as well, right? Calling the matches. But another person, George Spencer, another fellow announcer, MCGA for FIM, he makes things like like smooth. He talks about how the teams do their best to make their matches, as exciting as possible. He does his best. He really cares about the team experience. That's something I love about the man himself, is that team experience is as proficient and just good as possible. He's phenomenal. I love the man. He also wears that Australian hat.
Oh, that guy.
That guy, yeah, the Australian hat.
That guy.
It's an Australian hat.
I don't know. It's like a cowboy hat, but from Australia.
That's Texas.
What do you mean?
Cowboy hats are
It's a
from Texas.
cowboy hat, dog.
An Australian.
Well, you got it from Australia. You got it from
You got an Australian cowboy hat.
I don't know. All right.
Okay.
Whatever.
I also I like Lily, great game announcer. I like Tristan. I like Dunkley. The other game announcer that works with Lily at Gunets, I forgot her name.
I don't.
She's great too.
Yeah.
Who else am I forgetting?
Chuck.
Chuck.
Oh,
Chuck.
Oh, Chuck.
Chuck
Chuck's
is
pretty funny.
Yeah, yeah.
Chuck.
Chuck's a great guy.
Chuck. We would love to, buddy. We got a spot for you right here,
Yeah.
Chuck. Anytime you want, just let us know.
Yeah.
I like John Dar, the astronaut.
John Dar is a legend.
He's just such a cool guy, great to work with, and he's an astronaut, so he gives like great stories, and yeah, just overall great guy.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do something a little bit different today. We've got some fan submitted questions by you, the viewers. Thank you, PBS. Done on our Google form. So we're gonna roll through some of our favorite ones on there. You boys ready? It's gonna be off the fly.
I don't know
This
if
is
I'm
the
ready,
first time.
but-
So you're not ready? Well, too bad. Here we go.
I can't see the question, so you're just gonna have to.
Look into my eyes.
Yeah, I'm just
I'll
gonna
be looking at the
have to
questions.
infer on what the question is.
Awesome. Okay, so our first one, longtime viewer from Dom on team 5708,
Zebrotics.
Zebrotics.
Yeah.
From Ann Arbor. Talk about the field element prices, or your choice, ranking Swerve. Just talking about Swerve and its impact on the modern FRC.
Okay.
Okay, field element prices. Look, I don't know a lot about anything. Okay. Well, damn, what was it $300 for one piece of coral?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reef. Yeah, the reef branch.
It's
Reef. Yeah,
a reef, yeah.
what?
It's expensive. We were just talking about that on our kickoff broadcast, to where we were shocked too of that price point for one reef.
Last year, one note was $20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
It was crazy.
I mean, again, I don't know a lot about anything. Okay, so maybe it's low volume or whatever.
That or
But
the materials
holy-
too. The materials and the manufacturing that goes into making those reefs. I'm sure the suppliers have their reasoning for that high price point.
Oh yeah,
But like
money.
yeah.
Money.
Yeah. It's at the end of the day, right?
It's a business.
Yeah, it's a
You gotta
business.
keep your people employed.
I can hear the
Yeah.
grunting from behind the production table.
Okay, well let's rank our Swerve or Swerve in the FRC. It's totally changed the game, right? Ever since SDS came out with their
Oh, yeah.
version,
Oh, yeah.
that's forced the
Yeah.
other suppliers to come out with COTS Swerve, right? Now everybody's doing Swerve.
Well,
when's
you
Swerve
need to
gonna
do
show up?
Swerve now.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
need. When is Swerve gonna show up in the kit parts chassis, right?
Oh
When
my
are
God. Do
teams
you
gonna
It'll
be
happen.
gonna be
It'll
doing that?
happen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it will
it will.
soon once the
Yeah.
price comes down. Yeah, absolutely.
Do you remember when Swerve had to be custom, and like you would go into competitions thinking, oh, that's the team that always has Swerve.
Yeah, yeah. 17-17, 24-81.
17-17. God.
Strike Force.
Strike Force, yep.
Strike Force.
Totally, because they're on West Side. I forget about them.
16.
Yes,
Team
yeah.
16,
Bomb
Bomb
Squad.
Squad.
Yeah.
yeah.
Jack in the
OGs.
Bot.
Jack in the
Jack in the
Box.
Bot, yep.
Although
They Stardust, yeah.
They really started that.
I'm sure those students had a great time designing and building everything on that team.
Yeah, they came out really
Yeah.
good. They got some
Yeah.
really good
Yeah, I'm
kids
sure they learned a lot.
on that team. Okay,
Yeah.
next question. From Brandon at UMish. We've worked with Brandon. You guys remember Brandon?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Ray. Great guy.
You haven't, I don't think you've worked with him, but
Oh wait,
he's really tall.
yeah, I know this guy.
Lovable. Yeah,
I know
he's
this guy.
awesome.
Yeah.
He's asking best FRC events to compete at / volunteer at, including off seasons, and why.
Okay, well, volunteering I think is easy. That just some of the best events are Nader events.
Yeah.
And when
And we're not just saying Tom Nader,
yeah,
but Cindy Nader.
right.
His obviously wife, but his other half, right?
Hmm.
Usually a volunteer coordinator, and she always puts on a great event. Make sure
Oh,
we
yeah,
have
absolutely.
everything that we need.
Very high
Yeah.
quality. Food, we've talked about food like twice already. I
Yeah,
don't think we really
Belleville.
need to go into that.
I like the Wayne State event. I like Renaissance. I like Belleville.
Belleville.
I'm gonna go to Macomb for the first time with you guys. So that'll be exciting.
Macomb is a pretty awesome.
Macomb, insane last year. So good. One of the best events
Best
I've
donuts.
ever been at.
Best muffins.
Best Olive Garden.
Yeah.
Best
Um,
Wingstop.
Oh my.
Off
yeah,
seasons?
That was just the best.
Big Bang.
Big Bang was
Easy.
yeah.
Done. That's
Yeah.
one of my
All
favorite
the
It
events.
is a
people-
competition.
Yeah,
Yep.
it is a competition, right? But Big Bang is just, it's so laid back. It's like such a
Yeah.
good event to
Yeah.
where like everybody's chill. All the teams they're there having like doing their thing, and it's just Joe Horth too. Joe Horth is the lead. I think the lead mentor for 280 TNT, also the head coordinator for Big Bang, and he does an awesome job of making the event just
Yeah.
super
Yeah.
chill.
It's
We
just
just
because he's a
gotta-
chill guy. He's
We
just a
just
chill
gotta
guy.
figure out a way to keep that pizza warm. What else?
What else did he do? Detroit City Champs.
Detroit City
First year,
Champs.
that was fun.
Yeah.
They need to put some AC in the gym, but other than that, it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Kettering All Stars was fun. Kickoff
yeah.
was fun.
All Stars was good. You know,
Um,
honestly, shout out to the Kettering crew for putting on All Stars. That was a really well done event.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I enjoyed it a lot.
Like,
It was fun.
I think they probably learned a couple things to do different for this year if they decide to do it.
They're doing
based
it.
on the
They are
game?
doing it this
Okay.
year.
Oh,
yeah.
good. Good,
Because
good,
they
good.
announced it like at the event last year.
Right.
Remember? Yeah,
Right.
Yeah. So, but it's it's a fun event. It was pretty well smoothly out.
Good stuff. I would love to go back and volunteer again. It was still like chill, even though you had teams from literally across the United States
Yeah,
and into different
Mexico.
countries.
Mexico,
yeah.
Canada, like
It was still
Idaho.
surprisingly chill. Well,
Idaho.
chill for us at least. I think the teams were actually stressing a little bit.
Yeah.
When I saw like one alliance just like in the pits rewatching a match and pointing things out,
Pointing
I was
stuff
like,
that we
oh
missed.
no. Sometimes you forget that like
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
they're actually putting in the work.
Yeah.
We tried our best. I tried my best. That was one of the
I tried my
hardest
best. Yeah,
events
that
I
was.
repped at. Yeah.
I brought my A game. I actually decided to watch the matches that day.
Yeah. Good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Okay. Our next one from Janine on team 3357, the comments.
Ooh, the comments. The comments are
comments.
cool. I like. Yeah.
What has
They-
been...
They survived from Swerve pretty long, but they eventually gave
They
in.
caved. Everybody comes around to
caved.
swerve.
Yeah.
What has been the
They have
coolest robot you have seen in first?
Talking about like of all time or like us like in person seeing
All time.
all time. Okay.
Anything.
I got
Any
one.
robot.
Speak. So you mentioned Team 1717, the Penguineers out of Dos Pueblos, California at the time.
Dos Pueblos.
Yeah. So it's a little context about that team is that team was part of the school curriculum to where all the seniors had to go through 1717 for like a science credit or something like that. So every year, the robot is built by the senior class, and I thought that was a super like unique program that they did because they were consistently good every year, yet it's always built by different students, different class groups, and that was great.
Oh, speaking of students building robots, I liked 2910 and 2019. I can hear them marking it behind the table again.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, they're 2019, 2910. They decided to go specialty bot, low bot. Great. It did everything it needed to. It's cute. I like when teams do
Yeah.
something different.
I told you this at a Kettering kickoff when we did our live pit podcast, but I like Symbotics from 2015. Recycle Rush.
Oh yeah.
Controversial, but again, as we've stated, right? Didn't like the game, but I think there are a lot of really cool robots and really cool solutions that came out of that year. So Symbotics was one of my favorite. They had the Kiwi Drive triangle robot. When they picked up the garbage cans, it just looked like it was magic. The thing just lifted up and floated into the robot, and
To
then
grab her.
yeah,
Yeah.
lift up all the totes and stack them up. And they had such a good grip on it that they could just slide around and slop and anywhere, and just it didn't matter. It was not falling out of the robot. It was I love that robot.
1711 in 2015, they had the best can grabbers.
Yep, I remember that.
Carbon fiber. Yeah, I don't know where they got those, but
There was 17. I'm going back to 1717. Their 2012 bot. The basketball game. I forgot the name of the game.
Rebound Rumble.
Rebound Rumble. Yeah, that was like the coolest. I was like one of the coolest bots I've ever seen online. To where they had like a big bucket, dual-sided intake, and they had a shooter to where it auto-tracked the reflective tape.
Yeah.
And no matter where they go, they can just shoot, and it would always make it into the high goal. There was this one match that they were up against 254, and I think Madtown or Spartan Robotics. I don't remember their partner, but they were like up ahead by like 20 odd points or something like that. And their 1717's partner, 330 Beachbots, died in the middle of the match. So, and at the last like 20 seconds, Poofs and their partner were balancing on the bridge. And the only working bot left in the match was 1717, picking up balls, cycling, shooting as fast as they can. And they were going at it to a point where they caught up to the Poofs, won the match by barely like 1, 2, or 3 points, but came back like it was one of the biggest comeback matches I've ever seen, specifically from their bot. In my opinion, it was kind of sad to know that they didn't make it to even Einstein, given how good this bot was. And again, built by a whole different senior class.
Speaking of not making it to Einstein, do you remember 2015 Poofs and Greybots?
Yikes.
Poofs and Greybots, which
Their tower fell over.
Oh yeah, the whole thing.
Their lines were
where
just-
they go. Oh my goodness.
Oh
yeah,
god,
that was
painful to watch.
right, because you see a whole stack of them.
That was another time at Worlds when something crazy happens on a field and it slowly makes its way around the stadium or convention center. Kind of like when the Poofs and OP got eliminated in 2023.
Yep.
It made its way. It was like a wave. It was like a wave of information slowly making its way down.
Cheesy Poops lost. OP lost. Hey.
Yeah.
Cheesy Poops lost.
wow.
Pass on.
The team's like, oh, we have a chance.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so from Anonymous, what FRC coaches all time stand out to you the most for being famous, well-known, amazing people, amazing coaches, heard amazing things about, etc.?
I'm telling you right now, there is so many phenomenal mentors and coaches that give their time to the students and pour everything they have for their team and for their program. And I just want to say thank you to all the mentors, all the coaches that put in the time and effort to make sure that this program is the best that they can be for their students. And we thank you. There's so many people to talk about. It really is.
Yeah, there is.
Right.
You want to go first?
Sure. One of my, let's see. There's one that really stuck out to me, and I'm not just saying it just to say it too. That usually announces the Woody Flowers Award at the Michigan State Championships. They really exemplify, the model of how first should run, how districts are competitive and able to, expand to all reaches of the state of Michigan. And, amazing people, amazing person. And his name is Jim Zondag. Jim Zondag is, he really is. He really is a phenomenal individual. He knows a lot of aspects of their buy. He makes sure that his team is, well thought, well flushed out in ways of being efficient, but also learning at the same time. Very knowledgeable of the rules as well for each season. And again, one of the pioneers of the district model. How can you not say good things about the man himself to really kick off the district wave, the district model for first. And
He's been there from the start.
Yeah, it's incredible. It really is. Really is. What about you?
I have to first and foremost say the mentor that got me started as a student, Brian.
Oh, Brian.
Brian.
There's not enough pages in our notebook that we could say about Brian. There is. He's.
I would give him my kidney.
Yeah. He's done it all. He's been there from the start for me. All 4 years as a student for me, and then obviously now I get to work and mentor side by side with him, and also referee with BMO.
You're so lucky for that. He taught me that being bald is okay.
Yeah, it's accepting. We can all accept how we are, right? I also need to shout out the mentors from 65 Summit of the Whiteford Bobcats. They're awesome. I met them 2 years ago. I always enjoy saying hi to them. They're a great group of mentors, and they really let the students do the work as well. Joe Horth, I know we talked about
Joe
him a
Horth,
bit, but
yeah.
Joe Horth has been around since the beginning
old soul.
as well.
He's phenomenal.
The kids love him. He is a Woody Flowers finalist awardee as well, and there's a reason for that, right? He's one of the best.
There's also Leon from 8280.
Great guy.
Yeah, from K9 Robotics. He is doing the amount of work that I've seen for him to try to transform Detroit into the next hub for FIRST Robotics, for FRC, for his students, and for all the students that want to gain access to STEM education and career path. He truly is like a one of a kind in the program. He's phenomenal. I absolutely love him to death. He's an amazing coach and mentor.
Totally second all that. But I want to mention Bob Bonchik, who's no longer with us, but great coach and mentor from 107. Really gave his all to the kids.
That's amazing.
Yep, thank
That's
you, Bob.
awesome. Thank you, Bob.
I got two more. Mike from 8170 Vine, Robo Falcons. He's got it. He's a little newer team, but he's got it. I can tell. And then John Jorgensen from Cowtown, or what used to be Cowtown, right? He great mentor for Cowtown too. He's starting to come around on the volunteer side now. Great guys right there.
Yeah.
So.
And with all the mentors that we couldn't mention on this episode, again, we're not forgetting about you. You have an impact for your students. You have an impact for your team. Keep it going. We couldn't be more proud of every mentor, every coach that's part of this program. So thank you. And also don't be afraid to say hi to us. We'd love to know your story too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we would love to see you off the field.
Absolutely.
From Ryan M, mentor on team 9044 from Idaho. We have fans in Idaho. That's crazy. When during the competition season do you think L4 on the reef will need to become necessary to score? Immediately?
I would think so, right? Because you still need to get
you got to fill it up.
You have to fill it up to
eventually.
To max out your points and also RP points if it's in quals.
You're probably going to work your way down from the top.
Top down.
And then they're probably going to do like supercharged, right?
Right.
And you're like, oh, there's not enough nodes.
Right. But the thing is,
let's make the reef
7
sides instead of 6.
We now have bigger PVC pipe you can put over the little PVC pipe.
Yeah.
Stop giving first ideas.
Hey, you can't use that. That's mine.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if an event can even do that. Because again, we're not dissing on any event, but it's like Michigan is vastly different than like a regional, for example.
It kind of sounds like you're shitting on other events.
Well, no, I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying
that. Because Michigan's the best. That's why.
Michigan is.
They did win Kettering All-Stars.
They did.
They did win Kettering also. So I don't know. I don't know what that says, but
yeah. No, I think you're right, Chris. It depends on where you go, right? If you go to here or Canada or Florida or California, right? It's going to depend on different teams have different levels of play, right? Depends on the event, the regional, and wherever you go, right? So I guess we're more talking about Michigan, right? We got Ferndale and Milford, 2 stacked events in week 1. I think L4 is going to be super relevant then, right? I think teams are going to have an auto L4.
Oh, for sure.
And yeah, that's going to get them up by 7 points immediately out of the gate. Maybe 14 if they can get 2.
Oh, yeah.
Right? That's going to be huge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think immediately.
We're definitely going to see, week 1, we're going to see like at least a 2-piece coral auto, right?
Oh,
yeah.
Easily.
Probably
we'll
3. Probably 3, maybe 4.
Yeah.
From that one team. Not that one team, but that other team.
That something team,
Yeah.
That thing team.
So, yeah.
Okay, so we got a couple more questions. From Julia S., a fellow ref from Wisconsin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We have fans in Wisconsin?
Hi, Julia.
What's Wisconsin?
Minnesota?
Cheese?
Cheese?
Yeah, I got cheese.
Packers?
God, the Packers are frauds. I tell you what, they I'm not gonna lie, the Packers suck.
Okay.
How about
they're
them Lions?
frauds.
How about
They're
them
frauds.
Lions?
You know what about the Lions? You know what? If Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn didn't have those freaking interviews during their bye week, we would have kicked the commies, out of the playoffs, and we would have been in the Super Bowl, ready to take on the freaking Mahomes and Swift.
It's done. It's over.
I know it's done,
okay,
but it's
okay.
like
It's okay.
It was
Relax.
our time. It was our time for the Lions to win the Super Bowl, and now look what happened. Freaking going to the Bears? Really, Ben Johnson? Again, I don't diss on you, Ben Johnson. I know you wanted the head coaching job, and I don't blame you on it. right? But it's like the Bears and Aaron Glenn to the Jets. Oh my God, they're gonna kick him out in 2 years because the Jets. Oh, we're not gonna have a winning season, so we're gonna fire Aaron Glenn like they did to freaking Robert Saleh. Robert Saleh was a great coach as well, and they booted him not even for a full season.
Well,
Unbelievable.
Can I go through this last one?
You know what they
I'm
say?
I'm sorry.
You know what they say? Womp womp.
Wow.
I hate you.
Wow.
But whatever.
All right, Julia, what was the competition story that you like to share even with people not involved with first?
Ooh, not in first.
I mean, robots catching on fire is probably.
Oh, that's a fun one. Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing: like, you can't. People who aren't in first, like, don't care. I'll be like,
Well, that or
like
they
you can
don't.
see it in their eyes when
Yeah.
you're telling them something, and they're just like,
I tell my coworkers about it
glass
sometimes.
stare.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, that's cool."
Yeah,
well,
they're like-
no, like they're genuinely excited for
yeah,
me.
like that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they think it's cool. Yeah, they just
But they just don't.
They don't
right.
know.
They don't
get
care
it.
to the level that we care.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
mostly think of also like battle bots. They're like, oh,
Exactly.
you do robotics? Oh, it's got to be like, battle bots where you put on a 250-pound blade going Mach 4.
And but like,
right?
if you say like, "Oh, Hot had a 4-piece auto," they are like, "What? One? What does that mean? 2? I don't care."
That's generally how it is too. It's and for them, I get it. Like they don't really know the program that well, and we try to educate them on what it is and whatnot. But
Yeah,
it's like,
Because they obviously need to be. That's a requirement.
I remember I was telling my grandma when I
Your
first.
grandma.
Yeah, my grandma. Okay, so this is when I was a freshman on my old team or my current team or whatnot. When I first started, I told my grandma saying, "Hey, I'm doing robots. I'm helping doing the mechanical stuff, the
sweetie.
But she's Chinese too, so it's also
I
like
can't do that
so
accent.
that's accent. What do you mean? so she one ear she goes again I can do this because
Yeah.
my grandma is Chinese.
Yeah.
She's got the old like oh Christopher, so good you do a robot very good.
Two thumbs up.
But I tell her like, oh well, my team we're doing our
Missions.
robot moves, we're able to shoot the ball into this goal and whatnot. And she goes, oh, Christopher, so good. And, clearly she doesn't know what the heck I'm doing. She thinks I'm doing like, NASA level engineering as a freshman in high school. That's what she's thinking.
I'm going to the moon, Grandma.
Yeah. Watch me, Grandma. Watch me.
Later.
Shout out, Grandma. I mean, you could be like, "Grandma, I put this pie in the oven." They'd be like, "I'm so proud of you."
She did give me a butterscotch, so
Yeah.
So that's a silver lining. But anyways,
Yeah.
I think we've done our usefulness
Yeah.
here on this episode.
Speaking of not being involved with first, probably a good time.
Yeah.
end there.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
ladies
Well,
and gentlemen,
like and subscribe.
don't
Follow
for-
us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok's back, right? TikTok's back.
TikTok,
Follow
yeah.
us on TikTok. Follow us on Twitch. Send in more questions if you want to be on the guest. If you want to be a guest on the show, there's that form. And until then, we'll see you at the competition.
We'll see you guys. Ah! Ah!
You okay? Was that real? That was so fake.
That looks really real from my
You think so?
Oh yeah. That's good. Yeah. Wow, that's some good cake. That guy.
We're good.